Hall of Famer is calling it a career. Russell Westbrook announcing his retirement after 18 seasons. He's a former MVP, a 9-time All-Star, named to 9 All-NBA teams, and was the second player in NBA history to average a triple-double. Did it back in that 2017 season where he won MVP. It came 5 decades after Oscar Robertson. It's now become a little bit more in the mainstream with Nikola Jokic doing all that. But Avery Johnson joins us. And Avery, a unique perspective because you're a fellow point guard. You coached against him. I guess the first thing is, as a fellow point guard, as someone who played that position for so many years in the NBA, how will you remember Russell Westbrook, the player?
As the most athletic point guard for his size in the history of the NBA. This guy did it his way. He wasn't Magic Johnson. He wasn't John Stockton or the old Isaiah Thomas. He was Russell Westbrook. This guy played above the rim. He was very explosive. His end-to-end speed from one end of the court to the other was unmatched. The best rebounding point guard, especially for his size.
Hello and welcome to Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and spin it. Hey, I know you guys miss me. I know I've been away for a while. In the off season, I don't do too much if you look over the last couple of years. Really ain't nothing to talk about, and quite frankly, I'm not big on the new. I call it new because I've been around a long time. This style of sports conversation, I don't get into too much. I look to learn something or teach something. That's it. I don't really. It's not about whether I have the credentials or not. It's basically I'm not learning nothing by a guy calling another guy Westbrook and he can't even play. I don't know about everybody else. Now everybody else like it, but I don't think you have the. First of all, you don't have a cachet. I think there's a lot to be said about people who are not able to do a job, but they're able to critique and act like they're knowing the job is better than the person that can do the job. That's just my own personal opinion. That being said, Westbrook retired after I think 18 seasons. I mean, you could see him at UCLA. You could tell this guy is not going to accept for being just one of the guys. He's not going to do that. And having said that, I really think that more credit should be given to him. I see players coming out in his defense. I'm glad they did, because no one should be allowed to get trashed on their way out. For some reason, Skip act like a scorned ex-girlfriend. I don't know what that's about. I got my suspicions, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I blame Stephen A. Smith for this crap, but I'll get to that in a second. All the different commentators, they saying things like he's a stat chaser, Westbrook. I didn't expect that to follow. I didn't expect him to keep that up. He did. The constant moving of the goalposts. This guy played in a time, the NBA, especially the Western Conference. If you're in the top 25 guards in that conference over a period of time, you have done some serious stuff. I saw one guy, I think it was Green, that said if you're stat chasing and you do what he did, then you special. Because what he's saying is, even if he was really stat chasing, as you put it, you know what? It's like when somebody say, yeah, he hit 81 points, but it was garbage time. The team wasn't really that good. And anybody that knows will tell you, you can take everybody off the court and it'd be hard to hit 81 points in that amount of time. The ball don't just fall in the goal. There's a lot put into it. And then throw in that the other team, no matter how good or bad, they have defenders, they have professionals that are playing, and they hit 81 points. So I transition that over to Westbrook, in order to do what he did, do you understand who he had to play against and what he did? Nah, guess not. Because everybody's into this bloodthirsty, oh, I'm going to chop you up. I'm going to say all these things about you. You know, they got Skip Bayless out of all people out here talking about how bad somebody plays. And quite frankly, I'm waiting on Westbrook to ask him in a game of one-on-one. Skip was all of 5'6". This dude is about 6'5". It's hard to stomach when you watch this stuff because you're kind of like, when you know, right? I don't know about the casual. They're using this sports stuff for like the new MMA. You know, I don't know about them. But when you play sports and you respect the games of others and what it takes to get where they get, there should be a level of decorum that says, yeah, I can't say all that. Because that's just, I'm going to be honest with you, today's sports discussions are garbage because there's too much trashing and not enough teaching, not enough respect for their ex-teammates as well as the people that watch it. I expect fans to do that. You go to the games, listen to them. They talk more crap than the players. None of them can play. But I try to sit somewhere I don't have to hear that because it's okay to be a fan and want to see the guys play. Talking trash, you just want to get on camera. And you ain't even embarrassed to say, I want to get on camera doing something I don't know how to do. So I just get on camera talking. I feel that way about some of the people that talk about these players and their game. Some of them carry a little cachet. I get it. But at the same time, then I expect more of it. If you got the knowledge, if you can do that, if you can play the game, then I expect you to speak on that same level as when you play the game. I expect a Stephen A. Smith or a Skip Bayless to talk the way they talk. Either one of them can play. I've seen Stephen A. All that crap he talks, get out of town. This guy wouldn't get picked up in a pickup game in any average city. They cannot play, but they can talk. And that's good because that's their job to talk. But I think it's also their job to teach and educate. I mean, you got the camera in front of you. Why not? You got the cachet. Skip Bayless been a sports reporter since the beginning of time. You know, when he ain't running around with what's his name, the rapper, Lil Wayne, he's been around for a minute. I expect he would have some kind of I really feel like he took that on once he got with Stephen A. Smith and found out it was okay to trash players as if you play the game. I've never been able to watch that. And I've had a lot of respect for Skip Bayless. He's an OU fan. And, been an OU fan since I was a little kid. So I respect him on that. But I don't respect anybody to talk that kind of trash. Now, if a basketball player does it, I'm going to look at him and see what he did. Because that will tell me why you're saying what you're saying. If it's negative, you probably weren't that good. If it was positive, you did what you had to do. You have respect for others and what they did. And so you come off that way. You don't come off as, oh, he's stat chasing. Then you don't have good stats. Because you don't have a respect for others. Because at the end of the day, he's at the end of his career. You don't play 18 years in the league and you're not good. Name me one person that's like Westbrook. Played in the league 18 seasons and he wasn't good. Yeah, that's not even possible. So while I understand today's environment, I think I just thought I'd make a video every now and then, and especially I wasn't planning on making this video until the first week, the Labor Day weekend, and that's when I was going to come back. I don't pay much attention to the preseason anymore. I never really did, but with these new top stories, I had planned on coming in and talking about some I told you so's, like out there in Minnesota and over there in Atlanta, even up there in Cleveland. But I don't know that I'm gonna get caught up in that right now. But there are some good stories that's coming into play, and I know a few that I'm gonna go back and find the video so you can see it. I told you. And while I'm on that subject, McCarthy should ask for JJ McCarthy should ask for a trade. You know, I don't. They're probably, from what I hear, they're already shopping him, but it's going to be good for him. Any organization give up on you that quick, you don't want to be there. That relationship can never be what it should be, because even if you play well, you hate them. So you might as well go now, because they're not going to give you a chance. You think they're going to make you? You think they're going to let you make them wrong? Nah, nah. Kyler Murray's their guy, even though I still disagree with it. Kyler Murray still got a lot of football left, but he's not the guy for that job. But we'll see, because I'll be back to say I told you. So that's all we have for now. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, just remember, this sports story has been spun.